We all know that Vim is the best text editor, but did you know that you can also use Vim in your web browser to navigate, to basically use Vim keys in your browser? That's right, Vim is going to become a way of life for you now. To do this, we're going to be using a browser extension. So it's called Vimium, and it's mainly based for Chrome, but there is a port for it for Firefox called vimium-ff if you want that. I'll link them both down below. So go ahead and install that from the web store here. Look, it's got 400,000 plus users, so it's trustworthy. I've used it for many years, like 5 years actually. I've already installed it, but once you've installed it, you'll get this little thing pop up here. So if I go to Hacker News here, look, you can see I'm just using this as a sort of website example, but you can see I have this thing here, which is basically saying if this is blue, it means Vimium is active on this website, okay? To show off, I can already use J and K to move up and down in my browser. Look at that, see? So already I don't need to use the scroll wheel. I can use J and K to move. So I've already got Vim keys in my browser, right? That in itself would be worth installing the extension for. But look how many things. So I'm going to press question mark here. Look at all this stuff we can do. I'm just going to go through a few of these today, but if you're ever lost, just press question mark and it tells you everything you can do. Amazing, amazing. So, you know, normally in a web browser, when you want to page down, let me open this here. So when you want to page down, you have to click page down like this, right? And it's sort of, for me, this jumps too much, but in Vim, you can move up and down with D and U. So all the time I'm using this, D and U, to jump down half the page, as opposed to full page. Look, so here you go. This is at the bottom, agree, D. Now it's at the middle, whereas if I page down from where I was, which was about here, it's at the top, and that's like too much for me. I don't know, I'm a bit small-brained, so I can't understand page up and page down. And there is also, if I go back, so I just went back there by pressing Shift H and L, so like H, J, K, and L will go back and forward in your history. So this is instead of pressing the back button. So I'm going back and forward, back and forward. So, you know, I clicked on this before. I can actually open it. So if I press F, you know in Vim you press F to jump to a character, so find the thing. If you press F with Vimium, it basically marks every link. So I'll show you F, and you see all these links. So I want to open the comments here, so I look at comments, I press F, LC, and I just press LC, and then it opens that. That is insanely useful. Once you get used to that, you honestly cannot go back. I could not use a browser without this. It is so hard. And if you want to open it in a new tab, you just press capital F. And then LC again. You see it opens in a new tab. So I want to move to that tab, I can press Shift K to move between the tabs. So instead of moving up and down, you just press Shift and it jumps between tabs. And then if I want to close that tab, I can just press X. Let's open Google. So if I want to open, I just press O. And I get this search box here, and I type google.com, enter. Now I'm at Google. Okay, so I've searched Asdf. But what happens if I want to jump back to that search box? So in Vim, there's GI, go to the place you've last inserted in. And in the web browser, that'll actually focus. You see now, I pressed it and now I'm in this text box here, so I am focused. Look at that. It focuses. So let's say I'm browsing Hacker News, you know, and I want to focus that text box. GI. Go to the place where we can insert. And then, if there's multiple ones, you can tab between them. Let me reopen that. And you can also search here. So if I want to search for limited, you just search like in Vim, /limited. Then you can, well, enter, and then so there's no more. But there's going to be a lot of those, isn't there? So I can jump between them all with N, go back with capital N, much like in Vim. And then one other thing I want to point out is that sometimes if you're on a fully page, single pane application, you want to turn this off because you try and press J and K and that actually is meant to do something on the website or whatever. So you can actually just exclude it by going there, that just excludes everything, click save, and now you notice I cannot do anything with J and K. So that's turned it off for only that website. If I go back here, it will still work. That's a little tip there. Good, the best browser extension ever. I can't use my browser without it. Go download it, and I hope you found this useful. Please subscribe, or your Vim keys will be disabled in Vim. Whoa.